Most people will never understand why their life feels broken. They will work harder, they will pray more, they will read another book, they will start another diet, another business, another relationship, and nothing will change. Because the problem was never in any one area of their life. The problem is that their entire existence is fragmented, and they are trying to repair the cracks, one by one, while the foundation underneath them keeps shifting. The Hermetic philosophers, more than 2,000 years ago, gave us the exact map to fix this, and almost no one alive today is using it. You finally fix your finances, and your relationships fall apart. You finally get healthy, and your career starts failing. You start praying every morning, and your emotional state still collapses every afternoon. You read every self-help book, and 1 year later, you cannot remember a single principle from any of them. You feel like you are running on a treadmill that will never stop. You feel like every time you patch one wall of the house, another wall starts cracking. This is not a personal flaw. This is not lack of discipline. This is what the Hermetic masters called fragmented vibration. And until you understand what causes it, no amount of effort will save you. Here is what I am going to do in this video. I am going to show you, first, the exact Hermetic principle that explains why your life feels fragmented, not as theory, as a law that operates whether you believe in it or not. Second, I am going to show you the 13 specific areas of your life that the Hermetic tradition identified, and why, if you align them, you stop feeling stuck permanently. Third, I am going to tell you what most teachers never will. Why balance your life is the most useless advice ever given, and what the masters actually did instead. If you stay with me to the end, you will not be the same person who started watching this, and I will warn you of something at the 8-minute mark that, if you ignore it, will undo every alignment you ever attempt. Let us begin. The Kybalion opens with a single sentence that contains the entire teaching. The all is mind. The universe is mental. This is the first Hermetic principle, and almost everyone who reads it gets it wrong. People think it means think positive and good things happen. It means nothing of the sort. It means this: the universe is a single unified field of mind, and your life is a localized expression of that field. When your inner state is unified, when your mind, emotions, body, finances, relationships, work, identity are all vibrating at the same frequency, your life flows effortlessly. When your inner state is fragmented, when one part of you is praying for abundance while another part is bitter about your past, your life stagnates, not because the universe is punishing you, but because you are broadcasting contradictory signals into a field that mirrors back exactly what it receives. The Hermetic master understood that you cannot align one area of your life while leaving the others broken, because the universe responds to your total vibration, not your selective effort. This is why most self-improvement fails. You fix the gym routine, but your finances are still chaos, so the field reflects back chaos. You fix the finances, but your relationships are bitter, so the field reflects back conflict. You fix the relationships, but you stopped praying, so the field reflects back emptiness. Every time, forever, until you understand that the work was never about any one area. The work is about aligning every area to the same vibration. The Hermetic tradition, building on the Kybalion and refined through 2,000 years of practice, identified 13 specific areas of human life where alignment either flows or breaks. I am going to name them. Watch what happens inside you when I do. 1. Your mental and spiritual life, the inner channel through which the all flows through you. 2. Your emotional and vibrational life, the frequency you broadcast into every field around you. 3. Your identity and purpose, the recognition of who you actually are versus who others say you are. 4. Your connection with the all, the intimate communion that is different from religion. 5. Your family and sacred bonds, your spouse, your children, your parents. 6. Your friendships and vibrational community, the 5 people whose frequency you are absorbing whether you know it or not. 7. Your romantic life, the alchemical pairing the masters considered the highest expression of the principle of gender. 8. Your finances and energetic prosperity, the flow of resource through your channel. 9. Your work and vibrational calling, the daily alchemy of how you exchange your essence for impact. 10. Your physical body, the densest expression of your inner state on the material plane. 11. Your time and rhythm, the only currency the universe does not refund. 12. Your continuous learning, because the Hermetic Master is, above all, an eternal student. 13. Your social contribution and legacy, the vibration you will leave behind in the mind of the world when your body returns to dust. Now stop. Notice what just happened. I named 13 areas, and in 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5, you felt something sink in your chest. Those are the fractured ones. Those are where the alignment broke, and those are where the all cannot flow through you, no matter how hard you push in the other areas. Here is the warning I promised you. If you watch this video, feel inspired, and then only fix the 1 or 2 areas that are easiest for you, your life will not change. Because the Hermetic principle is exact. The universe responds to your total vibration, not the area you chose to feel good about. Most people, when they hear this teaching, do exactly that. They pick the easy areas, they feel productive, and 3 months later, their life is the same. The masters did not pick, they mapped. They sat down, and they were brutally honest about every single one of the 13 areas. They rated themselves. They named what was broken. They named what was working, and only then, only after the diagnosis, did they begin the work. Because you cannot align what you have not first measured. This is the difference between the Hermetic Master and the spiritual tourist. The tourist consumes teaching. The Master diagnoses, then acts. And here is the truth that no one will tell you, but I will. If you continue to live in the fragmented state you are in right now for another 5 years, the cost will not be measured in disappointment. It will be measured in entire decades of your life that you will never get back. Time is the one resource the universe does not refund. Every year you spend in misalignment is a year you cannot reclaim. When I first encountered this teaching, I did what most people do. I tried to map the 13 areas myself, from memory, from scattered notes, from half-remembered passages of the Kybalion and Atkinson. It did not work, not because the teaching was wrong, but because the human mind, when it is fragmented, cannot accurately diagnose its own fragmentation. The fish does not see the water. The misaligned mind does not see its own misalignment. You need a map outside yourself, a structured diagnostic, a precise tool that shows you with brutal clarity exactly where you are aligned and exactly where you are broken. This is the same tool the Hermetic Masters built for their initiates 2,000 years ago. It is the same tool that the Christian mystics, centuries later, used in their spiritual direction. It is the same tool every serious tradition has, under different names. It is a diagnostic map of the soul. For the past several months, I have been building exactly this tool, not as theory, not as inspiration, as a practical, applied document that you can pick up, work through, and use to actually align your 13 areas. I call it the Hermetic Alignment Blueprint, and it is the most important thing I have ever made. The Hermetic Alignment Blueprint is a complete, structured guide that walks you through the same 13 areas I just named, one by one. For each area, you get a diagnostic, so you know exactly where you stand. No guessing, no vague self-assessment, signs of alignment, the precise markers that tell you when an area is flowing. Signs of misalignment, the exact patterns that reveal where the field has broken in you. Practical steps, drawn directly from the Hermetic and complementary mystical traditions. Not motivational fluff. Specific practices. The bridge between traditions. Because I have woven the Kybalion together with passages from the Christian and broader mystical canon, showing how all of them point to the same underlying truth. And there is a bonus study, a complete deep teaching on what the Hermetic tradition called the Great Work, the lifelong process of inner alchemy that the masters considered the only thing worth doing with a human life. Designed to be used, not just read. I am offering it as a Founders Edition right now at the lowest price it will ever be available for those who find it before the channel grows. The link is in the description. Click below. I am not going to chase you. The teaching is for those who are ready. If you are ready, you will know.